Have you ever wondered how a self-driving car actually sees the world around it? In today's breakdown, we're exploring the three critical layers of the modern AV perception stack: raw sensor data, perception models, and final scene representation. It's the full stack breakdown you've been asking for. Watch the full video for the deep dive into the technology behind autonomous driving. Let's get started.
When you look out the windshield of a car navigating a rainy city street, you intuitively perceive lanes, pedestrians, and traffic lights. But a self-driving car perceives none of that. It receives an abstract mathematical composite of laser reflections, microwave Doppler shifts, and pixel arrays. The engineering reality of autonomous vision is purely computational, not optical. To safely navigate an unpredictable urban environment, a vehicle cannot rely on human-like visual intuition. It must construct a deterministic, machine-readable understanding of the physical space surrounding it. This construction process happens within the autonomous vehicle perception stack, a rigid, real-time computational pipeline. The stack operates in three distinct tiers. Layer 1 is the hardware level, responsible for capturing raw physical measurements of the environment through a suite of sensors. Layer 2 applies deep learning models to those raw measurements, extracting semantic meaning from unstructured noise. Layer 3 then takes that semantic data and transforms it into a unified top-down spatial grade, known as a bird's eye view, or BEV. Safely operating a 2-ton machine at highway speeds requires executing this precise translation from physical capture to spatial map in a matter of milliseconds, continuously, without fail. No single sensor hardware can capture a perfect ground truth of the physical world. To map reality accurately, engineers use orthogonal sensor modalities, systems that measure entirely different physical properties to cross-verify each other. The most familiar of these are RGB cameras. Cameras provide dense semantic texture, capturing the colors of traffic lights, the text on street signs, and the painted boundaries of lanes. But cameras are passive sensors. They rely entirely on ambient light bouncing off objects and entering a lens. Because they process flattened 2D projections of a 3D world, they inherently struggle with accurate depth estimation. To measure precise geometry, the vehicle requires an active sensor. That introduces LiDAR. LiDAR fires millions of laser pulses per second, typically at 905 or 1550 nanometer wavelengths. By timing exactly how long it takes for each pulse to bounce off a surface and return, the sensor generates a highly accurate 3D point cloud of the surrounding environment. However, LiDAR relies on the unimpeded travel of light. In heavy rain or snow, atmospheric scatter deflects the laser beams, drastically degrading the accuracy of the point cloud. To maintain perception in adverse weather, the system relies on a third modality, radar. Operating in the 77 GHz microwave band, radar waves easily penetrate rain and fog. More importantly, radar measures instantaneous Doppler velocity, allowing the system to immediately track the speed and direction of moving targets. These three data streams, pixels, laser points, and micropoints, are aligned through a computational process known as sensor fusion. This matrix shows why fusion is required. Cameras score low in adverse weather and low light, while radar and LiDAR maintain high performance. Conversely, for spatial mapping, radar's resolution is poor. LiDAR covers that deficit, offering high precision where radar fails. In practice, fusion solves immediate driving logic problems. If a camera detects the visual pattern of a stop sign, but the LiDAR detects absolutely no three-dimensional geometry behind it, the fusion algorithm infers that the camera is simply looking at a reflection in a storefront window. By continuously cross-referencing these measurements, the perception stack compensates for the physical blind spots of each individual sensor. Even with perfectly fused sensors, the vehicle is just holding a massive array of numbers. Raw physical data requires algorithmic interpretation to become useful. To interpret the camera data, the system runs deep learning models, starting with semantic segmentation. Segmentation analyzes an image at the granular pixel level. It assigns a predefined class to every single pixel, mathematically separating the drivable road surface from adjacent sidewalks, vegetation, and structural obstacles. Simultaneously, the system applies 3D object detection networks to the LiDAR and radar inputs. Instead of pixels, these models analyze 3D volumetric pixels, or voxels. By identifying patterns within the scattered point cloud, The algorithm generates rigid, dynamic bounding boxes around physical shapes. Each bounding box encodes specific data vectors about the object it contains, its precise location in space, its dimensions, its orientation, and its current velocity. Through these networks, chaotic pixels group into distinct color-coded environmental masks, and floating points of light snap into bounded tracking targets. Layer 2 must perform this classification across millions of individual data points, continuously, in real time, without lagging behind the physical movement of the car. This is the exact moment where physics acquires identity. Meaningless light and microwave echoes are transformed into recognized, actionable hazards. The system now recognizes objects, but it faces a spatial problem. A path planning algorithm cannot calculate a safe driving trajectory using 5 or 6 disjointed perspective-based camera views. To calculate a route, the vehicle must translate all of this perspective data into one unified Cartesian coordinate system. The industry standard solution for this is the bird's eye view representation, which maps the environment from a flattened top-down perspective. To execute this dimensional shift, engineers utilize architectures like BEV-former, which rely on spatio-temporal transformer networks. This BEV-former diagram illustrates the transformation. Through a spatial cross-attention mechanism, the network pulls features directly from multiple camera views simultaneously. It combines this with a temporal self-attention module, feeding historical BEV maps back into the calculation to build active memory over time. This temporal memory allows the vehicle to accurately plot the velocity of moving objects and remember the existence of targets that are completely occluded from the sensors. If a tracked pedestrian steps behind a parked delivery truck, the BEV map retains their position. The system plans its path knowing the hazard is still there, even though it can no longer physically scan them. Layer 3 outputs a single consolidated spatial map containing the fused hardware data, the semantic terrain boundaries, and the tracked object trajectories. The BEV transformation provides the mathematical bridge. It takes human-like perspective perception and flattens it into the exact geometric grid that machine-driven path planners require. The perception stack does not make driving decisions. Its sole function is to encode the environment. The sensors layer the physical measurements, the neural networks extract the semantic context, and the transformers project that data into a Cartesian grid. The result is a highly detailed probabilistic world model. This computed world model is then handed off to the behavior generation layer. Behavior generation is where the actual driving happens. This layer runs the path planning algorithms that physically calculate the required steering angles, braking pressure, and throttle adjustments to navigate the mapped hazards. When an unseen pedestrian steps out from a blind corner in heavy rain, the sensor fusion confirms the target. The perception networks track the trajectory. The BEV maps the coordinates, and the behavior generator calculates the exact steering angle to evade them. A self-driving car does not look out a window. It senses, interprets, fuses, and maps the world into a format its planning software can execute against, repeating the entire process thousands of times every single second.
And that's how a self-driving car turns raw sensors into a digital map of the world. From raw data to scene representation, the stack is what makes autonomy possible. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more signal over hype in AI and robotics. I'll see you in the next one.